Hello, my name is Abdullah Ishak, and this is the Africa Music Podcast. This podcast is going to entertain you and educate you. Let's get into it. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Duncan Winnie Mighty Okechukwu. He's 34 years now, but he came into the industry in 2008. 10 years now, and his career is just about beginning, because I think the highlight of his career until today was, I think, Obianuju. That song was continental. Like, everyone was vibing to that record, and there was no way you could escape it. Like, anywhere you pass, people were jamming to Obianuju. And it's just like surprising how all of a sudden, like, he's been in the industry and he hasn't gone for a break at any point. Every year he's tried to release something, from 2008, in 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, 2017. He had works, but sometimes it's music. Like, people just tune off and then listen to whatever they like to listen to. People say, okay, fine, he was bubbling in, say, like some parts of Nigeria. Like, let's talk about Lagos, for instance. He'll be big there, and maybe some other parts that like really vibe to him. But it's music. People just sometimes just want to listen to a different trend, a different, because like, emotions change, feelings change and stuff. So these things are bound to happen. So what is actually happening right now with him? It's like he's everywhere, and he's not making just music, he's making hit records. Like, I don't know, but let me see, from the Wizkid one, that's Fake Love. I relate to that song like a lot, and I know people that know music that really relate to that record. And I don't know about music, sometimes, maybe this is my opinion on people judge music based on how they feel or see it, like based on their emotions at a point in time. And I just think it's fair. So sometimes you listen to a record, you think that this thing is smashing, is hitting you like in ways that you don't even like, you can't even comprehend. But someone listens to them like, this thing, I'm not even feeling it. That's like, people listen to classical music and then they say, okay, I don't even get what the point is. But you listen to grime music, or you listen to hip hop or R&B, and then so it's just different, like, sounds for different people. So, but this guy right now, he's really like, bringing it on, and people are feeling it. Okay, so let's just trace it back. Fake Love with Wizkid, Starboy. Like, I don't know about that guy. He's on another level in his career, because like every week he keeps like doing different things, and he keeps surprising us, and he keeps, like, now he has a deal with Ciroc. He also just did an advert with Nike and all that, and all those things are fantastic. He's just about, what, like 28, and he's doing all these amazing things, and I'm like, this is the life. He's living his life, and he's not just like enjoying the glory by himself. He's like trying to tap into and help people. Like, he did that his amazing run. He did soccer with a whole lot of artists. He did some other records with, like, just featuring people. Anyone who needed the Starboy touch, he gave them something to work with. And I think it's amazing. He even he touched Drake's career. One Dance, amazing, #1 in 15 countries in 2016. That even got him in the Guinness Book of Records. So I mean, like, it's African music, it's on the level now, and it's our sound. I'm not even like saying this, even the people that know music, that run the music on the level of like international, like, if Google this guy, his name is Leo Cohen, and he is YouTube global something. But he and like, YouTube is now like huge. Like, everyone is on YouTube. That's where like we find our music, and every, because artists now prefer to release like music with the record, or a week after releasing a single on iTunes, they run to YouTube with a like banging video, and people are just, so this guy just said like Afrobeat sound is on the wave. It's coming, and it's shut down London. It's coming into the US, and nobody can stop the sound. So like, it's obvious. And the leader of the sound now, if you ask me, I know people are going to debate about this, but I think Wizkid is like carrying the flag. The video is right behind it. I know there's guys also like contributing here and there and doing things to make the culture like connect, and then we get like a very, very strong, like make a strong case for ourselves. But I think Wizkid is like holding the flag, and the video is really like, you know, giving the support wherever the need be, because it's also like touching places that like hasn't been touched with African music yet. And I see like shout out to Mr. Easy, also doing fantastic work. Like all his records now are like banging, and but you know, we're in a different realm altogether now. And unfortunately, like the whole like African continent is not like benefiting from it at the same time, but it's good that at least we are getting in there. At some point we can carry a lot more people along as we go. So back to Duncan Mighty. Now people will want, you know, so what is really working for him, you know, because from Obianuju, which was a continental hit in 2010, it's 2018, and all of a sudden it's like he's just a new artist, and every single person from I think Tiwa Savage, he has a record with Tiwa Savage, he has one with DJ Exclusive, that's Give Me Love, another song that I love so much. There's Ricardo Banks, there's one with Bracket, there's, I think I hear there's one with Davido coming, and then there's one with Peruzzi also coming. There's so much music that this guy is bringing, and it's like, it's good. You listen to it and like, you know, it kind of gives you the feels like there's new artists that are doing like great sound. And one thing is, you listen to it, you just know it's him, because when you listen to Obianuju and you listen to this recent records that he's releasing, it's just him. Like you can feel it, like okay, he's not trying to like change whatever he is and whatever he sounded like in Obianuju. He's just giving you the Duncan Might. The writing is good also. A lot of the things he says might not really connect, but the music hits you, because like I listened to Give Me Love, for instance, and it talks about a girl's mother coming from Busu, the dad coming from Accra, and then he wants to buy her a car, and then just to show her that Midasi. So like, you know, it's, if you look at it, someone, if your parents are from Accra and Osu, obviously you might be like a Ghana person. So if someone is thanking you, they might have to use like a Ghana word, but he used Midasi, which is more like Kumasi. That's the middle of like Ghana, the Ashanti region in Ghana. So it's connect, and it's fantastic. Like, you know, like there's ways people consume music. Some people listen to, and they listen to the arrangement. Some people listen, they listen to the lyrics. Some people listen just for the production bit. Some people listen for delivery. Some people listen because the music sounds good, but they don't even understand whatever like the person is saying or the production is doing, or like, so there's a lot going on. And I think what Duncan Mighty has gotten right, I think is, I understand, I don't know for a fact, but I understand he has money. I don't know, but I understand he has money. So on that score, I think that's why he's able to, like, he's comfortable enough to not let someone push his sound, because, you know, like, to walk into a studio and do a record with any of these guys these days, you might be like thinking, okay, you know what, let me do something that will sound good to him, and then he might not like take me off the song, or something that will appeal to him. But you know, he's comfortable because he doesn't really need anything from you, the artist. He's comfortable in his life, so he comes in, he's going to do his sound, something that he believes in, and if you like it and you put it out, you might get a hit or you might not get a hit. Because in the case of, say, DJ Exclusive, for instance, you know, he came in, he did this thing, DJ Exclusive just like said one or two words, and that was it, and the song is banging. You know, you listen to Love Love with Tiwa Savage, he came in, she also sang her part. You know, that's one of our divas, amazing lady. So like, it's what it is. You can't really change it. So I think if you want to come back as like an old artist, well, you have to be comfortable with yourself, and he is comfortable financially, so he doesn't really need to push himself or 10 things just to suit people, because he feels maybe this might be more commercially viable or anything. And one thing also is to collaborate with the right people. You know, he has done 2017, he did records with people. He also had like some songs out and everything. But if you listen to him, you realize that, okay, so a record with Wizkid is fantastic. We do a record with Tiwa Savage, that's fantastic. DJ Exclusive is huge. Ricardo Banks, he has some really good songs, so he also has a good following. And if you're gonna have a record with Davido, that's also a good thing. So you can see like the people that he's collaborating with are amazing artists who have like a following, who have like good ear for music. So it makes sense. It's not just like collaborating with just any other person. Also, like, it's a new era. I don't know how his social media and stuff like stands, but off the head, I don't think he's going to be doing well than any of this, like Wizkid, Davido, Tiwa Savage. But I think he now appreciates like social media gives you like the feedback right on. If you put out a song and people don't like it, you're going to know they're going to tweet at you. They're going to maybe even tweet without mentioning you. And then if you search your name, you're going to find out that people are not feeling it. And if you release a song and people are really into it, you will sense it, because social media, people talk. If the radio stations are playing it, they're going to be tagging you like in they are now playing and all those things. Whether they are in Tanzania, they are in Ghana, they are in Nigeria, they are in wherever, South Africa, you're going to feel it. So social media plays an important part, and if you know how to work it, and all these people he's collaborating with and have collaborated with, I think understand these things, and they have agencies handling their stuff, so they understand these things and they do it well, so you can help him. If he was coming and decided to go collaborate with someone who doesn't even have any presence on social media, he might have been like just wasting his time or something like that. So you have to really like pay attention to that. Also, I think you have to enjoy it. Like, you listen to him and he's really enjoying himself on the song. Like, you can see him dancing. He's 34 years. Come on, he's dancing, he's smiling, he's not so like rigid, and you can like vibe with him. He's more youthful. He's filled with life now, and I think he's in a very good place like now in his career, and a lot more greater things are going to happen to him, because you see artists, it's hard for artists to just like in Africa especially to go down and then come back up and then still get the kind of attention that he's getting in this short period. So I think in all, he's doing amazing things. He's doing fantastic. I think we need to learn a lot more from his methods and then what is working for him, and then apply it to whatever it is that we're doing in life, because I think music is business, and these days is about money. And if you really want to really make a product that is banging and everywhere, you have to really like tap into all these things that he has done right and apply it to your business, and maybe you might also succeed, because African music is on the rise. African businesses are on the rise, because everything that they do, they have people consuming them, they have people shooting their videos, they have people taking care of their entourage, travel and all this. So if you're also a business guy and you want to really like make your business grow, you have to look at these things and then try and see how you can also tie it into whatever it is you're doing. Like it's a good time to be in Africa and be in the African music business space, and to be in the creative industry as a whole. And if you're listening to this, and I'm assuming you love the arts and you love like the creative stuff that is happening in Africa, and this is going to be fantastic. Okay, so at this point, I would like to just thank a few people who have been supporting us with our organization of this podcast, and that will be Mom Make a Million Africa, amazing company. They've been supporting us, and we'd like to thank them. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to our channel, tell people about it, share the links, let people know that African Music Podcast is the best thing. My name has been Abdullah Ishak, and tune in next week for another dose of our podcast. Thank you very much for listening to the African Music Podcast.